Well, this very short article is about hymn singing and how at the school that I teach at and was head teacher at, I encouraged a mixture of hymns alongside modern songs and choruses and action songs. The idea being is that in our modern culture, it's very easy for hymns to drop out. And I've seen it happen all over the place in the charismatic and evangelical circles. Modern songs seem to have a naturally more attractive musical style than the older hymns do. And yet, the older hymns themselves contain some important doctrines and perspectives that could be lost. And I think it's really important, as Jesus said, that a wise person has treasures old and new. And I think we need to draw upon the communion of the saints through hymns. The communion of the saints being the 2,000-year history of people living the Christian life. And I think that it's really important that we maintain uh, hymns as being an important part of our worship. Um, and I think we even need to retain the hymn tunes themselves because they themselves carry a different resonance to our modern music. And that can at first seem a bit jarring, but actually it is helpful because they were designed for congregational singing, and they're often designed for sometimes a slower pace of singing so that you actually take on board the words that are being sung. Because in some ways, hymns were a sung liturgy, they're a way of um, reciting as a congregation the beliefs and doctrines of the church, and also for exploring poetically what it's like to live the Christian life. And sometimes the negative side of the trials and tribulations are explored in a hymn. And so modern songs are good and they do carry important messages and should always be a strong part of any congregational singing. But I do think wisdom says that we should also retain an active and a significant presence of hymns in our worship repertoire. And that I think should also be taught to young people themselves so this doesn't die out with the next generation. Well, thank you for listening.